The fact that you're a legal counsel, Honorable, and you understand the intricacies of the law, why, well, you claim that your party and this government, is a government that respects the rule of law. I'd like to find out why you are very agitative, especially when the judiciary does not secure a conviction, especially to, the former ruling party members. And I'll cite an example of Anderson Banda, who is the Lusaka province, deputy youth chairperson, who seemingly says that he's calling for an overhaul change in the judiciary. Don't you think this is an insult on the judiciary? You say that you respect the rule of law, and if the courts of law don't find these individuals that you think are corrupt not corrupt, why does it unsettle you as a UPND?
Well, I would like to indicate the following. That as a party, when we come up with a party position is officially communicated. And I also have to indicate that the judiciary are not immune from commentaries from anybody, including political party supporters, including officials of a political party. They are not immune. They are an institution of government that must face the same scrutiny that Parliament faces, that the executive faces, because the job they do is not for themselves. It is for the public. So when someone has made a comment that the judiciary requires an overhaul, that should not be viewed as an insult to the judiciary. That is the enjoyment of a freedom of speech by such an individual holding such an opinion. And in a democracy like ours, for as long as an opinion is not held by the majority, you can express it, but it cannot be applied to effectuate the change.
Was this the opinion of the party? Was this the opinion of the party? Did the youth have the blessings from the party?
Our youth are agents of change. And when they speak, sometimes they will go to the media and say something which triggers the party to begin to look at certain things that must be done. And once the party has satisfied itself that what the youth are saying is the correct way to go, then it sits around and makes a decision and
what do you think? Is it correct?
The public.
Is it correct to say that the judiciary must have an overhaul?
Well, I think perhaps what I could say is that the choice of word is what I may not be in a position to commit to talk about overhaul. But I do agree that there must be certain, justice reforms or judiciary reforms, so to speak, that must be effectuated to bring the judiciary in line with the aspirations of the people of this country. So that cannot be questionable. I think you saw that when the Patriotic Front came into office, they commenced, justice reforms. They even brought Justice Chikopa from Malawi to begin to look at possibilities of beginning to overhaul that time the judiciary, which did not take place. I think that there are areas that require, refinement, because an institution should not be static. And when people make a comment about the state of that institution and how they feel their aspirations are not being met, that should not be.
Are you confident in the performance of the judiciary so far?
Well, I think that the confidence should not be mine. The confidence should be the people. Are people confident with what is coming out of the judiciary?
Is the party confident?
Well, as UPND, a party in government, would like to say that we respect the rule of law, we respect the decisions of the judiciary, even when we don't agree with some of them.
And so you would love to see reforms in this
definitely
set of government?
Definitely.